Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm Mike Atherton, and next to me in the commentary position is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the one and only Lord Gower.
Hi others, looking forward to this one. Earlier, I took a look at the conditions, and it really does seem like a batter's paradise. Don't think the bowlers were getting a lot of help on this pitch. A lot of cloud around, but the forecast says we don't need our umbrellas.
Great work, David. It's time for the toss. Let's join them pitch side to see who'll be batting first.
The away side win the toss, and they'll have a bat.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled. Yep. They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them.
Good runs, good shot, first ball of the innings.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board. Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Misses everything.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
Yep. Finds the fielder with that shot. Yes. Yep. Well placed. Should get a single.
End of the first over. The batting team are now 5 for 9.
Start, the pace bowler coming into the attack. Gone right through the defences.
The first wicket is down, back to the pavilion, and disappointment is etched on their face. Can't believe they got out like that.
And with that, wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yeah. There'll be runs here.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Pulled in off the boundary rope. Good fielding out there.
Well, they lose the second wicket. It's a long way back to the sheds, and you can tell they're not happy with that dismissal.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yes. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Yep.
Edged, what a ball!
More decisive running may have gotten them two. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that.
Yep.
Nicely played.
Punched out of the middle of the bat with great timing. It's raced to the boundary.
Patel, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
A little bit of wobble on that ball and it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot though.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Miller shakes their head. It was there to hit. Couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Edge, amazing delivery.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
Into the gap, nice shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played and it was 4 runs all the way.
Start from the north end. Strong appeal.
Yep.
Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Right on.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Miller shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wait.
Out! Caught!
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Pooran will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Are now on 31 for 3.
Patel is coming into the attack. We'll see the left armour from the south end.
Yep. Yep.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Wait on.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4. Driven away nicely.
Yep.
Trouble. Oh, gone.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. And with that, they're off the mark.
Patel has really kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. The left-arm unorthodox bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait there.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Waiting. Yep.
Timed that brilliantly.
Barely seemed to hit it, and it's gone over the rope.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Huge edge! Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
Yeah. Yep. Keeper.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early, got onto the back foot quickly, just pushed it away behind square.
Yep.
Edged. Unplayable.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Bowler is confident on this one. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Caught, gone.
Yeah!
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
Yep.
Struck it nicely. Could go to the boundary.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yep.
A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Waiting.
Gone! Excellent catch, close to the bat.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Ahmed, whose first task is getting themselves settled.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it. Sharma, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yep. Yeah.
That shot allows them to get off the mark.
Yep.
What a catch!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yeah.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Yeah.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yeah.
Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Now, I didn't pick up on anything there. Very close to the bat, though. Was there a bat on it? Fielders think there was. This could be trouble. Going down leg, and that is not out. Well, it's hitting in line. Ahmed survives. Fortunate the umpire's call goes their way.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand. Nair to finish this innings.
Coming on to bowl.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
That spun a long, long way, and yet somehow it missed completely everything.
Misses everything.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Yeah.
They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Yeah.
Giving them absolutely nothing here at the moment. Another over gone and not much from it. And that's the end of the innings. The Capitals have been set a target of 78 runs. The openers are coming out to begin the chase. A few early boundaries will help settle things down. The bowlers will only need a sniff to get back in the game. They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Nice shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again. Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe,
Yes.
but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt. Caught! Banged off the glove.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on as they bring a bit of energy to the crease.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
A good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Keeper's end.
Fraser McGurk comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today. Nice solid defensive shot.
Well, he took all the pace off it. The response was good, actually. It was met very solidly with a very straight bat.
13 runs added there. The Capitals are 13 for 1. Middle that one. Great timing.
That was the slower ball, and it didn't fool anyone. Got the timing just right. Beautiful shot.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the 1 bouncer for the over.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Always back in the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Boundary off the last ball. What's to come off this delivery, I wonder?
Waiting.
Great shot.
Yep.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Wait.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Khan from the south end.
Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
Yes.
Timed that perfectly.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Yep.
Great shot, at least one on offer. Got right in behind it. 6 runs added in that over. The Capitals are 33 for 1. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Hit that hard, nailed it.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter, right at the top of their game.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key. That's right off the meat of the bat.
Lovely shot, gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful timing.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Right off the middle of the bat.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary. Finds the fielder with that shot.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Solid defence, very compact.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Yeah!
That's out. Caught.
After all that effort, they just couldn't manage to go onto the 100. They'll feel like they've missed out here.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Waiting.
Gone! Another one goes. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
The team will be after a positive innings from this batter. A great opportunity to come in and put some runs on the board. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Yeah, bowler.
A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Catch it.
Right out of the middle.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Super piece of timing.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Just about timed that perfectly.
Showed good composure to wait on that slower ball and find room to get the 4 runs. Just a fantastic shot.
Back-to-back boundaries. The bowler will be searching for something now. Just a dot ball or 2 to settle things down. Absolutely nailed it.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Couldn't have played that any better.
And that marks the end of the match. The Delhi Demons complete a decisive victory in this match. Thank you very much for joining us here for this match. Please take care and drive safely on your way home.
From the moment the openers walked onto the ground, you felt they knew it was their day. A huge win and fully deserved.